Good morning, everybody. So today's video, I'm trying to contain my Bill Burr dickheaded honesty and sarcasm for this video. I really am. It's gonna come out a little bit because I'm getting hot and bothered and triggered, not from this fragrance, but it's very warm in this room. You're probably gonna see me glistening a little bit, but this is gonna be a very honest take from a very controversial fragrance icon himself. Jeremy Fragrance. Fragrance 1, most masculine. Now there wasn't a lot of mention about this one. I think he keeps flip-flopping. He's like, this is going to be the end of my fragrance, like selling all my fragrances or creating anything. And then he just goes back. Like right now, I think he's like 60% off of everything. It's Easter weekend. I'm going to see if I can get this video out tomorrow, but even on Easter Friday or Good Friday, like 60% off. Yeah, way to teach the preachings of Jesus, buddy. That's more like the teachings of greed. Let's just call it what it is. This fragrance itself, most masculine. I've given this 7 wearings, always on my arm because I'm not spraying this around this Buddha-like body. I kind of wish I had Jeremy's body, but I don't. Is it masculine? In some ways, it is, but the opening truly is not. The notes that Jeremy himself described it as, I don't know what he said, but pure dopamine was one of them. I remember that. That's some marketing bullshit. The notes, according to Fragrantica, and I have no idea if this is true or accurate, but they are red berries, iris, patchouli, sweet orange, geranium, lemon, pine, cedarwood, elemi, and clary sage. This is a very woody fragrance. It's very woody with pine, with cedar. There is a little bit of resins. That's the dry down. The opening itself, the name, most masculine. What I get is that I do get this fruity red berry-ish. Like I get this fruity nuance with some florals. How the hell is that masculine? Florals can be in a way if it was done like classical. Like a classical man, a classical gentleman back in the day was both masculine and gentleman. Was not a pushover, knew how to dress, but knew how to throw down at the same time. So it's definitely not a very masculine fragrance. Now the woods do come in, the florals stay, whether that's geranium or something else, but it gets very woody and I feel like there is this spice. Other influencers, we're gonna leave it like that, and I used to rub elbows with a lot of the influencers, not anymore, because I know there's people out there that's like, well, you rubbed a lot of elbows. I have. I've separated myself from all the salesmen. I can't deal with it. I just can't. They rub one another's back or scratch one another's back. I can't do that. I'm not a suck up, I'm not a kiss ass. Fuck that. But some of the influencers said that there's like this spicy nuance. Not on my skin. This, yes. I get this, whether it's cumin or something, but there is this BO-ish vibe, this body odor. Right now, I'm glistening. So I'm not exactly projecting fruity florals and cleanliness. But even when I wore this to work, and I work in blue collar, I don't smell fresh throughout the entire shift. Because I'm out in the sun, I'm driving a bus, I'm interacting with different people. Even when it was cooler out, I don't have the heater on. This turns funky. My wife, she liked the opening. She truly did. I'm like, babe, what do you think? She's like, that's actually kind of nice. Then 9 hours later, I come back and it's still there. The great thing about this is that it's long lasting. A lot of his fragrances, from what I smelled, they do last. But she's like, whatever the hell that is, go shower. Told her what it was. You know, I says, you smelled the opening, you liked it. I did that on 2 different days. There is this funk to it. Even when I'm not sweating, getting dirty. There is this, I don't want to say a masculine funk, because it smells like unwashed ass. It smells like a dirty butt. It smells like some of the driver's seats that I'm forced to sit in. It just does. If you choose to get this, which I highly advise you that you don't, this is autumn and wintertime. Scenario-wise, work, date, if your date is only like 3 hours and that's it, because once that funk kicks in, the ladies are like, nope, we're done. You're just gonna turn her off. Jeremy is all about the compliments. This is not a compliment getter. And the price tag. This is where everybody says he's losing his mind. I'm looking at it right now. $786. I don't know if that is Canadian because I'm based out of Toronto or if that is American. I know that our dollar is not doing well, in all honesty. So if that is $786, I went to the conversion, that is $567.87. For this, Jeremy, what the actual hell is wrong with you? Now, we have a bit of a past. I used to be a Jeremy rider. I'm not a fanboy. When I did meet him, I had the pleasure of meeting him. He was very nice back in the day. Very friendly, very humble, even when he had a large following. But something happened. I'm not making fun of him in this aspect. People accuse him of being on drugs. The signs are there. Some people are saying that it's a mental health thing. The signs are there. I suffer from mental health. I reached out to him back in March of 2021. I got the screenshots to prove it. I am not going to share it. But I was just checking up on him to see if he was okay. Just unloaded on me. Then was friendly. Unloaded on me. Then was friendly. But I had to block him in the end. So there's clearly some issues going on in his personal life. $500. We'll just say $500. Even with coupon codes, it's not worth the price tag. You're all about the compliments, the mass appealing, which there's nothing wrong with wanting to just wear mass appealing fragrances, in all honesty. But even this, influencers that got coupon codes, it's not worth that. It's not worth $150. Hell, it's not even worth $100. I could tell you right now, fragrances that are more masculine than this for a fraction of the price tag. D Squared, Original Wood. Ismiyaki, L'Eau de Sea, Bleu de Sea. Davidoff, Hot Water. Trussard di Uomo, 2011. Hugo Boss, Boss Bottled Elixir. Victor & Rolf, Spice Bomb. And probably the most mainstream one out of all of these, but masculine, D&G The One, EDP. Why is this over $500? Please, be honest. Because I remember you saying back in the day that a fragrance only cost, what? $15 to produce with bottle and liquid, but you overcharge this price tag? Why is it over $500? It's a cheap ass bottle. The liquid is not even worth that, but over $500. That's robbery. That's not the teachings of Jesus. You claim to be a follower of Christ. I'm not. I want nothing to do with religion. I treat people the way that I want to be treated. That is my religion. Treat people with respect, with courtesy, and kindness. It's not worth this. And to any influencer that plugs this, I'm not going to mention their names, but we know who they are. Shame on you. For real. I'm done with this. I'm just done. I don't care for these influencer brands. I reviewed Michelle's, what is it? Rizagar Parfum, whatever it is. Smells good, but it's not worth that price tag. I smelled a few Navitas. They smell good, not worth the price tag. I haven't smelled any of these Z creators from Zaharoff, but I'm sure they're not worth that price tag. There's nothing wrong with making money as an influencer. I'm talking as, I'm being genuine right now. I know that a lot of people, especially who watch me, don't like influencers. There's nothing wrong with making cash in this community. My source of income is the AdSense. There's nothing wrong with the AdSense, affiliate links, but when you make your own fragrances, why is it worth over $200? A lot of these creators have over $200 fragrances. That's American. When you are more expensive than legit brands, Issey Miyake, Victor & Rolf Spice Bomb, D&G, Hugo Boss, these are internationally known brands, designer. When you guys are more expensive than the fragrances brands that I just listed off, that's greed. Now I get it, you want to make back some of your income for what you spent. Get that. But in the long term, you'll make that back. Not like that. That's greed. I'm shitting on the influencers in that aspect. I don't care for shills. I don't care for the salesman anymore. But guys, I'm trying to tell you, this is not worth your money. Jeremy's audience is what, 13 to 25. Teenagers won't even have this type of cash. Even 25-year-olds, maybe some of them, this is not even worth $100. There's still probably 3 to 5 wearings left. I'll probably give it to a friend who perhaps wants to do a video themselves. And that's it, guys. We're done. If you want to see other very honest takes of other influencer brands, they will all be down in the description box below. Or, you know what? If you want to see some very masculine fragrances, maybe a list, check it right here. And if you like this very video and the honesty, drop me one of these. I thank you for my time. Take care. And I will see you later. Thanks for watching, everybody.